Tom, you've been there for a year. Fast forward 2 to 3 years from now, you'll have an entire flywheel effect going on. What do you expect to see 3 years from now over at the Enterprise Cloud Management Agency or
Yeah,
the U.S.
absolutely.
Army in general?
Yeah, so I think just pulling the thread and pivoting off of what both Christina and Commander White said, I think we're going to be in an environment we're going to move from bespoke solutions into things today that are unique. They will be commodities in 3 to 4 years from now, or 2 to 3 years from now. The network will become more transparent. The integration of the tools and the disparate consumer applications will not be unique anymore. They will be fully integrated, and they will get more transparency, not only in terms of data movement, but also in terms of the processing and the capability. I'll go out on a limb and be a little bit of a heretic and say that we're not going to be talking about AI in 2 to 3 years, because it'll just be part of the ecosphere.
Nice.
It'll be yet another service that we offer. It's an augmentation, a computer assisted augmentee to a human. And it'll just be part of what we do. I probably said this maybe 15 years ago. As the workforce matures and as more digital natives get into the workforce, especially in the Department of War, where the workforce is a little bit older than the average bear, right? You're going to see a pivot. And I was predicting, Tom might remember this, the digital natives come in the environment, there's going to be a much significantly higher demand for mobile technology. And Christina hit it on the head. We have Wi-Fi everywhere now. That was almost unheard of 5 or even 10 years ago, right? And so having ubiquitous network connectivity, whether it's for something that is mission critical or not, is going to be really, really important. And I think the service providers, the commercial service providers, the cloud service providers coming together and working together as an integrated unit. I know there's competition and there's market space and individual profits and losses and whatnot, right? But having everyone work together to provide a mission to the DoD so that we truly can commoditize some of this is going to be really, really important. And the last thing that I'll mention is just you're going to see, and you're seeing it now, you've been seeing it for the last couple of years, but a much greater reduction in the barrier to entry to just basic things that have been so hard to do in the duty for a long time. When I started, getting software loaded on your computer was a multi-month effort. Whether it was a simple application or you want to do some sort of software development. Now I can log in today, and we got a data analytics platform. We have a low-code, no-code, a series of low-code, no-code platforms. I can develop my own workflows. I can develop my own case management systems. I can do this on the fly. I can do analytics. I can prove, dashboards, integrate data on the fly. And I really like what Christina was talking about as kind of API clearinghouse. The Army kind of tried to do this a few years or so ago. It fizzled out, but maybe it's time to get back with what's going on out at the Navy, and do some integration there. And then just the last thing is just center of excellence. Commander White mentioned it. We need to leverage each other more, I think. There's no reason that we need to plow the ground every single time on every new topic, right? And so just recognizing that if the Coast Guard is a center of excellence for application development, or the Navy is a center of excellence for data integration, let's leverage that as a department and let's move out together, right? I think that's going to be critical. There's too many problems and too many adversaries for us to continue operating independently. And so I think integration, not only from a force structure, but also from a technology structure, is going to be just paramount over the next 3 to 4 years.